Alright, so this is going to be day 2 of leet coding every day until I get my dream job. And today we have valid anagrams up next. I actually went ahead and got a spreadsheet going for us just to track everything. And yeah, let's get straight into valid anagrams. Alright, so like I previously mentioned, I did say I wanted to attempt these in Python because I don't know anything about Python. So I'm probably going to solve it in C and then do it in Python like right after. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, interview style, like always, we got to hit the pseudocode at the beginning, explain the thought process, and then dive straight into it. So let's see. Given two strings S and T, return true if T is an anagram of S and false otherwise. So, can I like... Okay, yeah, it has definition. All right, anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase using all of the original letters exactly once. So, true, false. So this doesn't use T, so it would be false. And then anagram, nagram. Okay, these all have the same letters. Okay, yeah, so it pretty much just needs the same letters. So off rip, the most brute force way to solve this would be to sort S and T. We'll sort them both, and then just simply check if S equals T, return, was that true? Else return false. But yeah, if this is your first time tuning in, I don't use Windows to code or do anything. This is simply because my camera connects better, my microphone connects better. So like my typing and shit is like slow as fuck. I'm usually coding and like typing on my MacBook. I have like all the shortcuts and shit, so I'm like flying through shit. This is like I gotta look at the keyboard. I feel like an old person, so I might like speed these videos up or something whenever I'm like not talking. But anyways, yeah, this is gonna be like the most brute force way of doing this. We just compare them and then see if they're equal. So time complexities. So let me see if this works the same. Yeah, so we can do. Let me hide my screen before I leak. Alright, so we have... So the reason I opened ChatGPT is because I'm still learning about time complexities and space complexities. So I'm going to assume for this one, we figured out that... Let me hide this shit again. I just wasn't trying to leak anything. But yeah, we figured out that sorting is n log of n, because n is num of elements in the array, and then the space complexity is O log of n. Oh, this should be O. Right? Fuck, let me just check. Sorting time complex is n log n. Yeah. So this is going to be n log of n time complexity because we're sorting them, and then but I like to make sure, so I'm going to say this would be n log of n. Alright. Okay, so yeah. So this is n log n, so we have to find O of n or O of 1. I'm assuming, let me think. So a way to get this to be quicker is obviously using a hash set or a hash map. As far as tracking the characters, I believe a hash set automatically tracks characters. Don't give me the answer. I have a question. Does a hash map auto sort when inserted? So if we have an unordered map, aka hash map, it does not sort values. If we have a map, aka ordered map, it automatically sorts keys in ascending order using a red-black tree or similar balanced BST. Okay, so in theory, if I stick T, all the characters, into a map, and I stick S, all the characters, into a map, and I compare those two, in theory, that should be O of N, right? Let me ask. If I stick all of S chars into a map and all of T chars into a map and compare the maps, is that ON? Okay, that's O of N. If you do it right. I don't know what that means. I don't want to know what that means. I want to figure that out. Alright, so in theory, it should work. What's the syntax for a map? It's just map. Okay, yeah. So map. Okay, so we have map char int. We'll call this 1. Then we'll just, would it be like this? That's so weird. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't know the shortcuts. Alright, and this would be 2. Like you would think it's the same thing, but it's not. Alright, so we have these two. So I'm thinking we just do 4 arrange base. So we'll do if we run 2 for loops, if we run 2 different for loops once, is that still ON? Bro, this is easier than I thought. Alright, so we're gonna just run 2 for loops. We're gonna do for char C in S. We're gonna just do, we need to stick this character into the map and then increment the count, I would assume. So we would do 1. I think this should be backwards, right? Because it's key value, right? If I'm sticking in, I don't know what this is. Okay, so maps work with key value pairs, correct? So a char int map, if I stuck in a letter C, would increase the value at C, like 1 C. Wait, I gotta be more explicit. So if we do like char C equals C, those are like string ones. I'll just do C. Do like 1C plus plus. This would increment the value at C. So okay, yeah, okay. So I think if we just do C and then we do plus plus and go like that, and we just repeat this logic for our other variable. We'll do 2, and instead of S, we'll try T. Then we'll do if 1 equals 2. we'll go ahead and return, right? This should work, right? I think. Yo, did we did we just get that in ov-n? Okay, so there has to be ov1, right? Because there's no way I got that first try in ov-n. All right. So 38% of people got it in 0 milliseconds. All right. Is there a better way of doing this? I don't know. We're about to find out. This is O N correct. Almost, but technically your implementation is not open logic. It's O N log N. What? Bro, I just asked you this. Okay. So in C++ is implemented as a red black tree BST whatever. Over n characters, the total becomes n log k. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Use unordered map instead. Unordered map is backed by a hash table, insertion, and lookup. So if I just use an unordered map instead, I don't know what the fuck. So if I switch from map to unordered map, it makes it on. Alright, let me try it and see if this shit works. That M caught me, bruh. So if I submit this, will it be faster? Yo, 0% or 0 milliseconds beats 100% of people. Okay, that's fire. So this is like, this has to be open. Right? Okay, before you continue, my boy, this shit says 100%. Let me go ahead. The array version. So this would be faster. Fastest O(n) lower memory plus faster than unordered map. Okay, so why is this faster? So they do s.length, they do t.length. Okay, return false. They're just checking for edge cases. Then they get the count. Int count 26 equals 0. Okay, so they're setting count they're initializing each value of count at 0. And then they are doing count s of I minus a, which pretty much what they're doing right here is they're getting s of I, which is like a character, and then they're subtracting it by a, which converts it to a character, and then they're incrementing the value at that position. They're doing the same thing for t. Why are they doing minus minus? Oh, if it equals 0, right? So if it equals 0, then it's true, right? Okay, yeah, cool. because count is just one thing. So if we increment it, it can go negative, right? It can go negative, right? And then the plus can pull it up to 0, right? Okay, so this makes sense because they're just doing one pass through a for loop. No, they're doing two. But I guess so are arrays less memory than unordered maps? And they're faster. Okay. That actually makes sense. A fixed array is 26 integers, 4 bytes, 104 bytes. Memory usage higher for the unordered map. Even with just 26 keys, memory can be hundreds of bytes more. Wait, why though? Why can memory be hundreds of bytes more? Give examples of why be faster. I want to understand this, bro. We don't just want to learn the problem. We got to learn the logic behind it. This is how we get proficient. Even greater question. Let's dig into why unordered maps use so much more memory than an array. Why arrays are faster with examples you can picture. Okay, so picture this. We have an array of count 26. This is a contiguous block of memory. Contiguous. Okay, 26 integers by 4 is 104 bytes. That makes sense. That's it. No extra metadata. It's all compact. Each value pair is not just char and int. Oh yeah, each key value pair is not just char and int. Okay, that makes sense. So behind the scenes, each entry stores the key, char, the value int, a hash of the key, a pointer to the next item, possibly a pointer to the bucket itself, internal bucket array with extra space to avoid collisions. That's dozens of bytes per entry, even with only. So like what I'm getting out of this is this just holds like a bunch of extra shit, and this just like gets straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? So obviously it's hold less space. So okay, so it's faster for that reason. Okay, so key value 1 plus 4 bytes, hash value whatever, total per key. So 600 to over 1,000 bytes. Okay, that makes sense. Here's how arrays be unordered maps in speed. So direct indexing versus hashing. So direct indexing is O of 1, direct memory access. This is O of 1 average, but it includes all of these. Hash of the character, find correct bucket, resolve collisions, possibly allocate memory. Okay. Cache locality. Arrays are contiguous in memory. When your CPU fetches one index, it loads nearby values into the cache. Okay. Cool. I think I understand why it's faster. Okay, now Python. What's the difference between Python and Python 3? I should probably know. Python versus Python 3. Which should I learn for leet code interviews? No question about it. Hey, I'm not even going to question you, my boy. Leet code uses Python 3 as a default interpreter. Python 2 is officially dead. Okay. We get that. All right, I just don't know syntax. So go to Python 3. What is this little? Okay, yeah. So if I go back to C, does it save my code? Yeah, it does. I just don't know syntax. Like, what is this? Alright, so how do you define a map in Python? Can I do Control Shift like this? No. Control Alt? No. Damn. Control Tab? Okay, yeah, Control Tab kind of works. Okay, so what if I do Control Shift Tab? Oh, it goes backwards. This is so weird. All right, bro. Anyways, let's do how to write unordered map in Py. What's the syntax behind an unordered map in Python? It's dict. Okay, it's interesting. So we'll do dict. Wait, I think the way they do it in Python, they name it. So we'll go 1 equals dict like this, and then we'll just do what the hell did I just? Bro, these shortcuts are like not even shortcuts. Yo, what the hell happened? Bruh. Alright, 1. I guess I can't use shortcuts. 1 equals dict 2. Do I have to like set these equal to 0 to begin with? Hey, yo. Hey, don't give me the example. I just want to know how you fucking... I don't need that. Count underscore s. Wait, is this right? Does this set it to 0? Does this auto initialize to 0? No, it does not auto initialize to 0. Get. Bro, what? Why? Okay, Python's supposed to be easier, bro. What is this? In Python, a regular dict will throw a key error if you try to access a key that doesn't exist. Example, will crash. Fix with .get. 1 bracket a 1 .get whatever. Defaults to 0 if key doesn't exist. So this is safe. +1. Why the +1? Why the +1? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Damn, this is gonna... Okay. I gotta study up more on Python. We'll do translate to Python 3. So, why aren't they using... Why aren't they using dict? Dict. So a normal dict doesn't auto initialize missing keys. So if we do 1 equals this, it's the same as an unordered map if we use .get logic. Is there any other logic we can implement that would change or override this data type, or is it just strictly an unordered map after you use this? Okay. As long as you use .get. So there's like conditions, because if you use an unordered map in C++, that's what it is, bro. But if you use this, these brackets, and you use .get, then it makes an unordered map. But if you use something else, it changes it. So let's let's say you initialize with this and you don't use dot get, you use something else. What else could it be as a data type? That makes sense. Still a plain dict, just say for logic. Set default, keeps one as a dict but adds if it doesn't exist. Use default dict int instead. I'm kind of getting confused, but do I have the code? Yo. I just gotta make sure chat's right, bro, because it be capped sometimes. Like, what if this is wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this false? See, name is not defined. Oh, it's because it's not using like the base of it. Okay, that makes sense. Because like this is a class solution definition. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wait, let me just do. All right. Anyways, fuck all that. But yeah, that's gonna wrap things up for today. I gotta learn Python. I gotta get good at like obviously in C, I'm a demon. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Fastest, whatever. But it's a leet code easy. I don't know why I'm getting hype. But I do have to learn Python. I am taking a course right now, and I'm like trying to figure this shit out. But obviously, I've been coding in C the entirety of the time, so the learning curve is definitely there. But I say by week 2, I should be able to do leet code easies in Python, like without a doubt. If I can't do leet code easies in Python, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Cause like surely by like week 3 or 4, I should be hitting mediums in Python like 100%. I should know for loops, maps, all this other stuff. Like, but yeah, that's gonna wrap things up. I still don't know how to end the video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and